Well, good day, everybody. It is almost the weekend. I'm inside the garage. Supposed to have a big snow dump tomorrow. So we got a very special project that we're going to work on. That came in the mail. So all this stuff we're going to clean off. Because we're going to put this away for right now. And I'm going to show you what's inside there. All right, here it is right here. This is the Stihl BR600 motor I picked up off of eBay. I have no idea if it's gonna work. It's supposed to work. I hope it works. Otherwise I'm gonna be freaking choked. So we're gonna start transferring the parts over. Get it done. Hopefully get it done tonight or tomorrow morning because we're supposed to get 10 centimeters of snow. So it'd be a perfect time to try it out. Let's pull this baby off. Maybe if I do it the right way. Oh yeah. Alright, I just got everything transferred over from the old motor. We're going to check the valve timing. And if you own one of these, this is a 2-stroke engine, but has valves. And you need this little special tool right here that you can get from the Stihl dealership in Canada. It was $2.99, and it's got the little indentation in there so you can check your valves. So that's what we're gonna do now. Slight drag. I'm just gonna rotate it once. Back up the top dead center. Double check it. Slight drag. Slight drag. We're good. Moving along. We're ready to start grabbing some more parts. This is gonna be the fun part because I put everything in these boxes. And I totally forgot the instructions that I printed off as well. I totally forgot how it went together and where all the screws went, so this is going to be fun. So kind of sorting these out. The motor needs 4 screws, so I'm going to guess these ones. These are the 4 that's going to attach that to the backpack. And these ones are going to be for the blower. That one's got a copper washer, so I don't know where that's from. Some of these small ones would have been from the engine too. Let's start getting this thing buttoned up. Alright, let's put the impeller back on. Remember the episode we had with it, taking it off? That we had assumed that the nut wasn't part of the impeller, which it is. This is going to be the fun part. Put the wand back on and the housing back together. Okay, I'm thinking maybe the fuel tank has to go on afterwards. I'm just about to start putting this in, and that throttle cable is going to fight me to the death. And then when you start putting this in, you got to make sure obviously the boot goes over there, and that's the vacuum to make your carburetor work, and it attaches right there. So let's get that put in. This air filter still looks like it's brand new. Alright, looks like it's bolted down. Throttle works. Get the last remaining covers on. Put some gas in it and see if she fires up. So now I gotta take this back off because this cover feeds through that vacuum line and goes up top. So we got this cover back on. I thought that vacuum line fed through, but it doesn't, just electrical cable for the coil. Throttle still works. Have to remove this screw and this screw for this panel. Now we can put that on and finish bolting her up. Oh, here we are, fully assembled. I'll put some gas in her from the chainsaw. It's the same mix, 50-to-1 I believe it is. Okay, right off the bat before we start it, I cannot guarantee you that this will start. I cannot guarantee you that I assembled it correctly. I just guessed. But we're gonna find out if the motor runs. And I don't know if someone was mucking around with that carburetor before, if that carburetor is even any good, if that coil's good, if the wiring to that switch is good. We don't know if anything is good. So let's fire it up and see our attempt to fire it up. Prime the shit out of this thing. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. We're not out of the woodwork yet. I still want to run a tank of gas through it. Well, at least blow some snow. Hopefully it snows tomorrow. I just filled it up. Few extra parts right here, not too worried. 4 bolts for the crankcase, 4 bolts for the camshaft cover, and 1 bolt for the valve cover. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. All the screws went back in. The only thing we're missing when I took it apart was one of the screws for the recoil. But I got 2 in there. And I also felt like a dummy because I thought that symbol right there was open for choke, which makes sense to me. You know, if that's blocked, the choke is closed. That's halfway, that's open, but you know, apparently it's backwards. I had to look at my chainsaw and it was the same way. So, lesson learned. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know, but hopefully tomorrow it snows. I'm going in for the night. I'll talk to you guys later. That windshield. Oh yeah, she's cold, dumping fuel in the engine. Running at 12.7. Well, this kind of sucks. I was supposed to be heading down to Saskatchewan tomorrow to visit my brother and his wife and his kids. But we got a system moving in, supposed to get 10 centimeters of snow overnight. And the system's supposed to travel east to Regina. So I don't think I'm gonna be making that 800-kilometer trip following that storm because the highways are just going to be crap and the Saskatchewan prairies are unforgiving in the wintertime. Man, you get stranded, you could be there for a good day or so before someone comes to get you. And the freeway is looking like ass. Another couple more hours, she'll be disgusting. This got a package from my buddy Steve Robb. I wonder if it's jerky that he's been making. Oh yeah, it's been snowing. It's almost 1 o'clock. Let's go try the blower out. This is gonna be good. I just need my earplugs right here. Best earplugs to get are the ones custom fitted to your ears. Actually pretty darn fun. I'm all covered in snow. It'll melt off quickly, but so far she works good. Pretty happy. You know what, I was thinking of starting that, but you know, I don't want to mix that in with the Stihl video. So we got the Husqvarna chainsaw. What happened is, well, what I need to do is install one of these bumpers. That's gonna be a video on my other channel, but when I pulled it off the shelf, it was missing 2 screws for the recoil. So I found 2 of them and all my miscellaneous, and I'm gonna Loctite them in so that we don't lose them again. This plastic bumper goes on the inside there, and the chain has been catching on it because it's so worn down, and it's been making some sparks. There's been evidence in that saw when I rebuilt it that the chain has piled up once, maybe more, but I want to put that bumper in. And also, these aren't the proper nuts. I got lock washers underneath, but I picked up the proper nuts right here that have like the little locking ridges on them. So we're gonna replace that. I still have the carburetor kit. I'm undecided what to do with that, but I needed to put it somewhere where it won't get damaged. And it's not going to be any of those drawers, but I'm going to end up putting it somewhere where I'm going to forget about it and not find it again. It'll be safe in that drawer. So that's the bumper strip right there, and you can see that sucker's worn right down. And it's also a good time to clean this out. Runs pretty good for a Chinese saw. I'm not gonna lie, that's a heavy saw. You're gonna be building muscles with that. But she's running pretty good. I have been thinking about picking up another saw, a professional saw to rebuild. It's a Stihl 024 AV, I believe it is. The Husqvarna is good, but it's heavier than hell. But I think it's motherfucking beer time and time to end this video because my beer's been sitting outside cooling. And look at that snow. Portland Brewing. Oh yeah, beef jerky. I want to thank you, Steve, for the jerky. This is absolutely delicious. Let's try this bad boy out. Portland Brewing Amber Ale. It's a light taste. This would be a great beer in a pub to sit down, kick back, relax with. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so that puts an end to that video. One project done. Actually, two projects done. The Stihl BR600 blower, the Husqvarna chainsaw. We're going to finish machining those and bring the quad in. Like I mentioned before, the chainsaw is going to be an after project for when we're done building the gold sluices, which will be much later in the future because the quad is probably going to be in here for a month or two. So I'm going to get going. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. I always want to thank you guys for watching. And once again, special shout out to Clint and Lori for sending me the beers, the knives, the photo. Much appreciated. I'll talk to you guys later.